Hello everyone, my name is Camila and today I will present my UX design project called Podmates while watching together. The goal of this project was to design a mobile application that enhanced the whale watching experience before, during, and after the tour will encourage responsibility tourism and whale conservation. The idea behind Podmates is simple. Whale watching is already an incredible experience, but many tourists struggle to remember what the guide explains, identifies individual whales, or stay connected to the experience once the tour ends. So, Podmates helps solve these problems by providing educational content, recent whale sightings, detailed information about individual whales, trip preparation, environmental practices followed by the operator, and finally the possibility to symbolically adopting a whale to support conservation efforts. The main idea from my elevator pitch is that the visitors are not only watching whales, they are becoming part of their pod. That the emotional connection becomes the core concept of the entire project. To guide the design process, I created two personas. My primary persona is Sarah, a 30 years old biology teacher. She loves animals, enjoys traveling during school holidays, and wants to learn as much as possible about wildlife. She is environmentally conscious and the only supports companies that operate responsibility. For Sarah, information is extremely important. She wants to understand what she is saying, learn about individual whales, and know that the company respects the marine life. My secondary persona is Amanda, a 45-year-old mother of two children. She is always looking for outdoor activities that helps her children to disconnect from screens and become interested in nature. She values simplicity, clear information, and educational experience that the whole family can enjoy together. Having these two personas helped me balance educational depth with simplicity and accessibility. Next, I conducted a usability interview with a participant whose profile was very similar to my primary persona. The interview generated several valuable insights. One of the bigger discoveries was how important the company's environmental practices were. The participant wanted clear evidence that the whale watching operator respected the wildlife before deciding to book a tour. Another interesting finding was that during a whale watching trip, there is often difficult to hear the guide because of the wind, the waves, and the excitement of seeing whales. As a result, users forget information or miss important explanation. This reinforced the need for educational content inside the app and detailed profiles for each whale that visitors encounter. Finally, the participant explained that after a previous wildlife experience, he usually bought some souvenirs for other people, but wished that we were a more meaningful way to contribute to conservation. That insight inspired one of the most important features of the project, Support Whales, where users can symbolically adopt a whale and donate to conservation efforts. Now related to user journey and user stories, using this interview findings, I created the user journey. The user journey follows the complete whale watching experience. Before the trip, the users prepare themselves by checking trip information and environmental practices. During the tour, they identify whales, explore recent sightings, and learn about the animals they are seeing. After the experience, they stay emotionally connected by adopting a whale and continue to learn through the application. From this journey, I defined the user stories that guided the entire design process. These stories focused on learning, preparing for the trip, identifying whales, accessing environmental information, and supporting conversation. Then I created low-fidelity mockups for all the main user flows and tested both prototypes with the same participant. The testing revealed several opportunities for improvement. To name one, an interesting observation was about the whale adoption feature. One prototype used swipe cards, similar to dating application, but the participant disliked this interaction because rejecting whales with an ex felt emotionally wrong. Instead, he preferred browsing all the whales in a gallery before choosing one to adopt. Another important improvement was separating the whale selection process from the payment process. This created a much stronger emotional connection before asking the user for their payment information. This insight helped me redesign menu screens and significantly improve the user experience. After validating the structure, I developed a visual style guide. The design uses ocean-inspired blues and greens to communicate trust, nature, and environmental responsibility. I selected the Inter typeface because it's a highly readable on mobile devices. Rounded cars, large touch targets, high-quality whale photographies, and consistent spacing helps the interface feel friendly, modern, and accessible. The overall goal was to create an interface that feels educational, trusty, and emotionally engaging without overwhelming the user. Finally, I rebuilt the entire application using the style guide and all the feedback collected during the usability testing. The final prototypes include clearer navigation, improved educational content, individual whale profiles, better presentation of environmental practices, a redesigned whale adoption flow, and a more emotional adoption confirmation experience that keeps the user connected with the whale they choose. Overall, the project evolved from a simple, informational app into an experience that combines education, conservation, and emotional engagement. To conclude, this project showed me how valuable user research is. Many of the final design decisions came directly from observing real users instead of relying on my own assumptions. The interview, usability testing, and interactive redesign helped to transform the application into something that better supports both user needs and the goals of the whale watching organization. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.